Welcome to the Archotechs, a RimWorld fluid ideology series about pursuing the Archonexus. Episode 54, Unusual Reunion. To briefly recap last episode, we started off by defending our colony from a swarm of scythers, which, unfortunately for these visitors, took them out too. We had the slaves duel it out in our little arena here for a gladiator battle, an Archo game. And then, well, they both died, and their skulls removed and staring at their gibbet cages. Lastly, we headed out to the Dusty Complex here and got the fourth piece of information about the Relic of Dominance. This episode, what I'm hoping to accomplish is to get a lot more of the armor crafting that we want done, as well as pushing research towards cataphract armor and pulse charge munitions, which is a bit of a tall order. Bunny here is, of course, a little ill. She keeps getting sick. It's getting a little ridiculous, but unfortunately, I do not have the ability to give her the immuno enhancer. I don't have the tech print, so that's just the way it's going to be. One thing that was mentioned to me is that Denishi, JD, and Droiden all have really not lost their hair or tattoos. So that's another thing that I need to do, as well as set IDEO colors on the gear. So I'm going to get going on that. Something I had missed. So Bunny's malaria is a little bit ahead of her disease, which is why she has this red flag up here. Given decent 10 quality, she'll catch up. Not much of a problem there. And there is my last Locust armor. I'm going to force Trustin to wear it. And then he'll have that dyed as well. Looks like I'm running a little low on Tinctoria. How did you end up with Sven's orbital bombardment targeter? I don't know. But okay, that's fine. So if I need some Tinctoria is really easy to grow and it grows quickly. So I'm just going to throw some Tinctoria here. It doesn't need fertile land. Oh, it looks like I have some fertile ground I'm not even using. And one spot there, but a single spot's probably not enough to bother. Now, if you're wondering about my wealth, it has climbed up almost to 300,000, so we're really closing in on the amount I need for the next stage of the Archonexus. But I think I'm going to stick around here and just get my gear in order. You know, get the cataphract armor that I wanted, and get the pulse charge munitions that I wanted. Going a little bit longer because I think those things will serve us very well in the last stage. I must have high priority hauling on. I just thought to myself as I saw them hauling the jade and not actually planting the Tinctoria for the dyes. So these wolves will be out of my hair in just a little bit less than a day, which is great. I haven't minded them per se, but I mean, it does take a lot of work to continually butcher for them. And a legendary corset. Oh, look at that. Alright, so Bunny can be tended in 3 hours, and I will tend with Glitterworld meds so she catches up a little bit faster. JD, you are next. Changing styles, so hair, face tattoo, body tattoo, and a peril color. And that is the last of the dyes I have. Droidin will remove the tattoos and hair, but of course the apparel color will have to wait. We're also starting to get masterwork art. So this art can be installed to improve the dining room area. Setting it up around the base, and then selling it if anyone comes by to buy it. We're very low on plasteel, but the issue that I see is that we also have a high desire for the research that Sven's getting, so I have to sort of balance between research, plasteel, and sci-focus. Alright, and Bunny is all set for a Glitter World tending. What else are we tending here? Oh, the fibrous mechanites? Let's tend that with just industrial. So the reason to tend, or by hand. So the reason to tend the fibrous mechanites is the better the tend quality, the less the pain. And I had mentioned this in a response to a YouTube comment, but the purpose of tending those is if you don't tend them, your pain shoots up. And when your pain is really high, it doesn't take very much to knock you unconscious. So if you don't tend them very well, it takes fewer bullets or bashes or slashes to down you, putting you more at risk, unless, of course, you have a pain stopper, which she does not have. So the formal vests, I'm going to take off of the royal apparel and try to clear force tier to see if it works. And Bunny is already in the yellow. Her immunity and disease about matching, so she should be fine in the long run, especially with a little bit more Glitter World med tending. The animals that I had, bringing on these animals that I'm tending, really didn't do me any justice. It was pretty brutal because the amount of medicine that we have used to keep them happy, healthy, and alive has completely depleted my herbal supply. So hopefully the super root will come up and I won't get something like, I don't know, let's say a very annoying toxic fallout. And bulk goods trader is coming in. Perfect timing because I am about to butcher the last of the Thrumbo. But I'll actually be keeping this meat because my meat has dwindled tremendously. It is weird to see the Pactawazlonium marching through my base. Especially given that all the animal filth is going everywhere. Alright, Sven, let's get on over there. And these animals here are not receiving herbal meds anymore. I don't think that their blood rot is going to be high enough in the next 3 hours to warrant it. These guys don't have too much in the way of money, so if I want to sell to them, I have to buy something. Steel is always good to buy so that I don't have to mine it up myself. I'll sell them the insect jelly to offset. Some of the tattered clothing I don't want. I have a lot more ambrosia than I realized. And I'll buy chem fuel to keep my pod launchers nice and fueled and go ahead and sell some more damaged clothing to balance the budgets. All right. Trying to keep them allied is a little challenging because our natural amount of goodwill that we'd have is, well, horrible. So for me to stay allied with them means to continually sort of donate, which is a lot of work. And wow, Sven flirting with Zleb. Zleb said no, though. Probably thankfully. Okay, what are you switching to? Corsets? Let's not allow corsets either. There we go. For whatever reason, they're prioritizing middle layers over outer layers. Don't know why, but we have fixed it. And a shuttle has arrived. So, set to load all the animals that I've been housing. And I will quickly force haul for everybody, just so that they get those puppies loaded in. Bunny, you should probably be in bed. And then Droiden, you are a little overdue for losing those tattoos, I think. But I'll let you haul these wolves. So what I'm left with is a bunch of wolf pups that were added to my population. There it is. The white wolves are gone, and as a result, I get some honor. So all these guys are mine, all 8. Oh boy, that is almost a full sled team. The Droiden, it is time for you to lose your distinguishing features and become just yet another slave. I also kind of have to worry. Droiden's very young, and I don't know if Bunny's gonna, flirt with him due to age. But Droiden is male, so I gotta worry that if he does flirt, he becomes sacrifice number. Oh, I don't even know what number it is anymore. It's getting up there. And these corsets are rolling off the line so very quickly. My wolf alone, yeah, is already climbing by thousands. It is pretty quick. So one thing I could do for these wolves is to store corpses in there instead of storing meat. Next time I have human raiders, so that they just eat the raiders instead of eating meat that I've butchered from animals. I think I don't want to keep bows in here. Great bow, recurve bow, short bow, or pillows. They're just not weapons that hold value, so we won't bother. The Shack of Goodies expires in 13 days, and it's one of those, likely we would pod to it and pod back. It's being guarded by 14 tribespeople. A Doomsday Launcher is great, but I don't know if taking Sven or Bunny off of their current tasks make sense. That is really gross in there, isn't it? I'm glad it's a separate room. Sven is just about filling up his psi focus to the desired psi focus amount. I'm going to let him go over a little bit. And that means that research hopefully will be pushed up a bit. Oh, these slaves are now bringing the bows over here. Oh well. Tomorrow morning I'll have no luck and trust them both hit each other with production command to speed the process up. And I still haven't really found a use for this Olmec Aztec head. I really am hoping that that human raiders that are not breachers or sappers attack me sometime soon. Because it would be pretty glorious to watch, I think. So Bunny, Little World meds. That should speed that up a lot. I'm curious what the storyteller will send to me. I feel like it's been quite a while. I'm actually running out of room for corsets completely. I would also say that weapons shouldn't be stored in here, so I'm not sure why I had set that up, but clearly there are bows to be destroyed. So let's go ahead and do that. Bows, or weapons in general, don't hold a lot of value. You don't resell them for very much. But bows, Neolithic ones, are particularly worthless. So I'm going to set up a destroy weapon queue where we just break or burn the weapons. Because these weapons in here are encouraging the slaves to rebel and revolt. And that is kind of probably not what I want to do. So there it is, production command. I do have some additional skulls. Trying to see if there's any... Yeah, I'll put skull spikes near the dining room tables so that we satisfy the need for our bloodlust when we eat there too. So we ought to see here in a minute that the slaves that I have will actually, I think it's a result of high priority haul, will actually start to destroy those weapons. Now, because these guys are so maxed out on suppression, even when they're around a weapon, because they're walled in, and their moving capacity is low, and the slave count is relatively low, the slave rebellion risk around weapons is only like once every year or two, which means that it is also entirely possible to equip the slaves with actual proper weapons, and not really have to worry too badly about them, you know, rebelling and trying to murder me or escaping or whatever. Because we've sort of maxed out everything else. Alright, I think for these bills... The smelt weapon I'm going to shrink. I'm going to shrink sort of all these bills. So that we only really take for what is near the tables here. And then another thing I could do is to put the slag around here. Let's call this slag. Done. That should help to get through the weapon queue. Perfect. A toxic fallout. Well, I feel like I was just mentioning that the only thing I really wouldn't want to have happen right now is a toxic fallout. Because it would kill off my crops and the tinctoria that I had sown. So yeah, no, I don't think I'll be adding that. Hopefully the storyteller comes up with something else, because toxic fallout is a big no. A lot of these wolves are getting pretty trained. I'm sort of curious how Zaleb's skill is going. No, not bad. Up to 12. It's very, very respectable. And research is progressing. I might want to drop Sven's desired psi focus. No, I think it's a little bit too dangerous. I would if Bunny was meditating, but of course she's sick. And I want one of them to be a functional psicaster if things went down. An attack or whatever. So the research progress is a little bit slower as a result. I'll accept it. Something else that wouldn't be terrible for me to make is some additional uranium mini turrets. I'll make 4 more. So I'm going to be putting them here, 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 and here. Spacing them out a little bit. I can always fill it in more once I have more turrets. Or the desire for more turrets. And this takes about 120 uranium. And I do happen to have that, so great. The ancient compound for the last info about the Relic of Dominance. Awesome. That's something that Sven or... yeah, Sven could do with Escort, perhaps. Maybe Zaleb. It would no doubt ruin my progress on research, but the Relic of Dominance seems like a good goal to do. And I will get yet another reliquary built. So where is that? Very close by. I think I will send them now. So Sven and Zleb, you will go with 2 lavish meals and 2 Glitter World meds. And that is it. Oh, that's interesting. I said drop at edge, right? And I feel like this is not exactly dropping at edge, but I think that's a result of the edges being very mountainous, so it tried to drop me at the edge, and this was as close as it could get. I think with these two, it might be faster just to shoot my way in. Oh, great. I picked one heck of a spot to shoot my way in. Try again. Because Zleb can't... Zleb can't actually deconstruct. But I'd rather have no luck making art back home. So there's 1 of 4. 2. A lot of carpets here. But I don't believe I'm going to take the time to strip them up either. This is just a quick hack and dash. A little bit of a wooden wall explosion. That's fun. And then to ruin my research progress even more, you know, I might not have Sven Farcast home. Oh. Infestation. Let's go through this way. And they're coming for me, aren't they? Alright, marksman command it is. Now, the problem with this map here is there's very little wiggle room. Kiting is going to be very challenging because of how mountainous it is. So one way I could do it is to turn the bugs on themselves, on each other with Berserk. And then use my Locust Armor jetpacks if they get too close. Oh, that must have been like brainstem. Nope. Just severe damage. Alright, so I would like to hit one of the mega spiders next. The problem here is it's a lot of bugs. Because the original hive also aggroed. So I'm stuck fighting all of them, which is rather nasty. The marksman command and the clear weather is helping though, because I am not missing too many shots, which allows me to cut through the group relatively quickly. Now, I can't really go this way without having no wiggle room, so I have to... Okay, and he got nibbled. I have to cut back around the complex, because I will run out of space to flee. We have a Gauss Sprout and some big statue thing. Okay. And there are so many bugs in this complex. Luckily, all these mega spiders, because I'm not manhunter pulsing them, are fighting one another and whittling each other down. And we're just about done with the bug purge. I'm rather surprised that I just kept getting these... the same sort of hack quests over and over. There was not really any variety to the missions that I've had. Oh, good. Nice shooting. Alright, I believe we're just down to a few bugs left. Got these two and that one. They also keep sort of running around all over the place. I don't really know what that's about. They keep resetting. And that one collapsed? Oh no, there's a different dead bug underneath it. I probably would have preferred the mega spiders over mechanoids, but barely. Because because I don't particularly enjoy either. Although the insect jelly is nice. Claiming and force open doors. This facility here is very carpeted. There's a few thousand cloth worth here. And there's the last piece. Oh, we got a mega spider getting back up. So Bunny is now recovered from malaria. I'm not going to tend the fibrous Meganites with the Glitter World anymore. That doesn't make sense. We've got the security crate. I might as well crack into those. And the hack for supply drop. You never know. I kind of need medicine, so wouldn't be terrible. Once Sven's done with, well, I guess I didn't really wait. Alpaca-wool, don't really care. Alright, and pop the security crate. Good old uranium. I'll grab as much of it as I can. So we have Brio people coming in. I probably should exit this way rather than towards them. So I know that this isn't my first relic quest, but obviously the way it works is the robots around the relic are going to wake up after a certain time period, so it's best if I get there quickly. So I'm going to have Sven and Zleb make their way to the relic complex instead of far skip home or something like that. I am not comfortable with the slaves doing that kind of work. Trustin, let's have you construct. So they are half a day out. If I need to pod ship them food, I could do that. Alright, so what about these weapons? Why have we not hauled them up? Because of not the lack of high priority hauling, I assume. Because then they're queued up to be destroyed once they're up there. And Bunny is on her feet, trying to get her Psycast back up. Now, another thing I might do for these wolves here, I'm not really sure who's coming with me to a new map tile. I'll probably have you guys vote on how many wolves I'm going to bring versus how many horses. But I don't want more wolves. So I'm going to sterilize them all as soon as I have the meds to do so. Neutering and spaying goes a long way to control outrageous pop growth. Alright, these turrets, let's get them installed where they belong. Trustin or No Luck or someone built them. Another thing I'm going to need to do for my caravan there, Sven and Zleb, I'm actually going to drop all the uranium. It's not that big of a deal. But the uranium is slowing them down, and also once I get the Relic of Dominance, I won't have to carry weight for the uranium if they are encumbered like that. Another thing that I have failed to do, which I should have already done, and I'll do that now, is to prop one of these doors open. So in the case of a traditional raid, they have a clear path to get inside the base, although it's a dangerous one. A flaming head path, but still, that's something I needed to do as well. So with Sven and Zleb off map tile, obviously my colony wealth will dip a bit, pretty considerable bit, and that is a result of the amount of investment I've put into specifically Sven. But Zleb's no slouch either with all that equipment. Bunny, what happened to your helmet? I don't know. Oh, because it's 70 plus. Let's drop that to 51 and have you go wear your helmet again. I am not going to be able to get a spare helmet soon enough. But we are starting to get the heal root harvested, which means that we'll have the ability to make medicine. So I believe that... Oh, this is for steel? I do want to start making medicine. So I think what I'll do is just have heal root here. Or herbal. Just leave it on the floor. I don't really care. And then when we make the medicine, just drop on the floor. Normally there'd be cloth here to do it more easily, but not today. So we've arrived at the relic location, and I'm going to have Sleb go in. And Sven will cast invisibility and then leave, and then Zleb will grab it and then leave. And Trustin has cancer. Alright. Sven can wait for Zleb, and we walk out together. Relic of Dominance is mine. I don't know if Tynan or the other developers that designed that quest had intended for it to be difficult, but my lord, is it not difficult at all. Ooh, a legendary. Finally. So we have been waiting to get a legendary up here to maximize our Psycast gain rate. At this point, it's like not that big of a deal because we've had Masterworks, but legendary art is definitely going to help. So no luck. Let's get that installed properly. And the dining room / rec room here is now unbelievably impressive. I know it doesn't have poker yet, but I think our people are probably more of the chess than poker type. Once Sven's home, he'll operate on Trustin's carcinoma and excise it. I'm not sure why you're still making go juice. Yeah, shouldn't be doing that. We had it queued up until we have 8, and we had 15 and still crafting it. Makes very little sense to me. So now that we're also getting the Tinctoria harvested, that will allow us to dye Droiden's clothing and then some of the clothing that we haven't dyed yet. I'm going to see if I can't get cloth stored here as well. So that Trustin can produce some more meds. There we go. Much faster. So here is the legendary. Sven and Zleb are home. All right, let's get that excised. No need to have cancer growing in us. Very easy to fix. That is one totally disgusting room there. So Trustin has been treated. At this point, I could do herbal meds for the slaves and then industrial meds for everybody else. Droiden, it looks like we have some dyes. So congratulations, you get to be in Idea White. And the Relic of Dominance ought to be installed in this reliquary. I don't know where it is. Is Zleb still holding it? I have no idea. Oh, it's probably in the weapons room. There it is. Great. So now the next anything that I do in here will obviously increase in quality. So maybe I'll have an Arco Festival or something. Although that requires speakers and a light ball, so some changes are needed. Let's add those in. So, Sven, why aren't you meditating? You just don't feel like it, I assume. There it goes. So, Psi Focus gain rate, 94%. I believe that's maxed. I'd have to Google to double check. But I think that is the max meta. And that's pretty cool. Yep, that is the max. Just checked it. Doesn't get better than that. And now I believe everybody is in the proper colors. I feel like it should be red, green, blue, being, you know, a PC gamer. But it's been green, red, blue all this time. I won't change it. I believe, Bunny, you should probably be back to... Never mind. I was going to say you should be back to, mining for steel, but there's so much unhauled steel that I'll put her on high priority hauling instead. Because I don't really need the stone cutting. We still have plenty of stones left. Let's start an Arco Festival. We don't have max participants, but, you know, I can't change that. So we'll kick this off. And then we should also get the benefit of all of the... Wow, that was fast. Oh, the light ball wasn't powered. Wait, what? Interesting. I think what happened was it exceeded the amount of power that I had available, so I'm going to turn off some of the crafting benches here. It also sort of signals to me that I need more geothermal, so that that doesn't happen again. But let's try that again, now that the other benches are off. Yeah, I do have enough power available now. It's probably also because these turrets are on. I had never flicked them back off. Done. And it was great. And someone wanted to join. Zleb's mother. Psychopath, body purist, night owl, incapable of dumb labor. Okay. I was not expecting that. Not in the least. Hey, Zleb, I'm gonna send you to rest your own mother. 83% chance that this succeeds. Oh man, is she a Lucy addict? That is kind of ridiculous. And has Alzheimer's. And a cochlear implant. And you're only 52. You are quite a mess. You are indeed quite a mess. Also, you're a body purist. So your cochlear implant bothers you. And you don't like luciferium because it's little nanites in your blood. What is... Everything is wrong with you. I don't even know what... She is just... the most self-loathing character I've seen in a while. And also one that is not likely to be all that useful. Alright, so I cut off your ear. And that makes you happier. You are so strange. Hey, and got a little bit of a volcanic winter kicking off. Well, I have no idea what to do with Alacerba here. Obviously, it's going to take no effort at all to enslave her, but I'm not really sure I want to slave with Luciferium. I don't know what to do. Zleb, I don't know what to do. This is new territory for me. But you know what? I'll think about that because right now it's just the end of the episode. Thank you for tuning in to the Archotechs, episode 54, Unusual Reunion. If you have any feedback or questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. If you would like to chat with me or any members of my gaming community in real time, Discord's the place to be. Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have links to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell.